This program suggests various courses of action to take in perilous situations. However, each situation is unique and may require different or additional courses of action.
Today on Whaddyado, a family has a close encounter with a bear in their kitchen.
Look at him.
We'll learn the right and wrong things to do when camping.
Hold the rope.
Plus, would you know what to do in a forest fire? It's all coming up on the show that answers the question, what do you do? When we come back, we'll meet a man whose home was in danger of being burned to the ground by a forest fire. And you'll learn what to do if you're ever in a similar situation. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Whaddyado. Many forest fires occur naturally and can actually benefit the environment. But forest fires caused by neglect can be devastating. Fire needs fuel, oxygen, and heat to survive. In forests, the fuel is provided by trees and bushes, and there is plenty of fuel once a fire gets going.
Forest fires are uncontrolled fires in the forest environment, or the interface environment is what we call it, where we have homes in the woods, if you want to call it that, in the forest. So anywhere where there's brush or trees.
Mark Webb owns a small ranch in Southern California. His home and livelihood came into great danger during a recent spreading forest fire.
The fire started from a spark from a welder. We knew the fire was heading our way. We just didn't know how long it was going to take before it got here, until a fireman showed up at about 9 o'clock at night and told us to start making preparations to leave.
When the firemen finally evacuated Mark and his family, Mark decided to capture the fire on his video camera.
I was a little nervous being so close filming the fire. I knew I was directly in the path of the fire, and so I kept looking through the viewfinder of the camera with my right eye and watching the fire approach me with my left eye. You can hear the fireman yelling at me. I'm coming! For hours we waited for the fire to get to our house, and then suddenly it was there. It created its own weather pattern. The heat rose, the wind began to swirl like you wouldn't believe. The heavy smoke turned the sky a pinkish gray, and flakes of ash rained down like confetti. Then, just as fast as it came, it was gone. The wind and heat died down, and the sky returned to a brilliant blue, just as if it never happened, with one major exception. The ground no longer looked like it belonged on Earth. Now it looked like a moonscape. Every inch was charred deep black. There wasn't a single thing that was in the fire's path still standing. It looked like the surface of the moon. A fireman told me the fire burned so hot it killed everything at least 3 inches below the surface, and it would be years before it started to return life to the surface.
Thankfully, the only structure on Mark's property to sustain any damage was their hen house.
I don't have an accurate figure as to how many homes or structures were actually destroyed in the fire, but I do remember it was a lot. We were one of the fortunate ones.